what could it do to like a simple Moranbah? Ooh, listen to that. Hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be taking a look at MangledVerb by Eventide. They've done it again. They've ported out another of their H9 series plugins from their H9 flagship H9 foot pedal. They've ported it over to the iOS world, and it is really awesome. It is basically a distorted reverb kind of thing that you can do. You can just mangle some sounds up. Let's dive in and see what this thing can do. Alright, so this is MangledVerb by Eventide. I have it pulled up here, and I have my trusty little mouse pointer so that you can see what I am pointing at on the screen. And just like all other Eventide apps, if you're not familiar with them, I'll do a quick overview on how they're kind of set up and laid out. You have, to the left here, you've got all of your presets. Usually have artist presets, and then they have factory presets. But one thing I always like to do, because even their factory default is a preset in itself, it has sounds and things like that, or it has settings, and so I like to go through and zero everything out and make my own init patch. And so this is init, everything is zeroed out, hot switch is zeroed out, and the ribbon is zeroed out, so I can really start from scratch on that. And I would definitely recommend you do that as well if you're going to if you get into these apps. You know, it just helps you kind of really focus and understand what everything is going on with it. So to get started, what I want to do is I want to pull up AU Gen X, which is just a simple like tone generator. And it can just do different tones, and it's got some crazy things it can do, but I like to hear just what an app can do to a simple sine wave. And so this is a simple 440 hertz sine wave, and then I'm just going to turn the mix up, and you can hear it get a little quieter. And you know, I can turn the size up, and that's the size of the reverb. But there's really not a whole lot of character, or not a whole lot of stuff to do, because there's no variation, and so it's just kind of expanding it out. But I can start, if I turn the mix all the way up, then you can start hearing some of this soft clip, which is the distortion. So that's kind of nice. I can adjust the lows and the high frequencies of the reverb tail if I want to. If I want to bring this. You know, you can kind of EQ the reverb, which is nice to be able to do that. You can EQ the mid portions of it. You can get a frequency and kind of boost a certain midpoint of the frequency. It's got a nice wobble that'll just add some kind of depth and some wobbliness to it. Just add a little extra character, which is always fun. And you have the overdrive, which is a grittier, or then you have a soft clip, which is just kind of not as gritty as just a regular overdrive. Let's turn that off for a minute. So that's kind of what each thing does. Size of the reverb. Pre-delay is before the reverb kicks in, it'll play the initial sound for however long, and then before the reverb will kick in. The K will be how long the reverb will stick around after the sound has been the sound source is stopped. One of the soft clips and the levels of the soft clip here. I love the design choices. Like right here, they've got a little line here letting you know that soft clip and level are connected. Same thing with frequency and mids. They've done a really good job with the interface of all of their Eventide effects apps. We've got tap tempo over here on to the right. You got a hot switch. Will basically switch between a setting and a not setting, and you can just click and hold. And so it's kind of like an A and a B, and you can change it to whatever you want to, and then back to it. Let's go back just to the init. Another thing down here, you got this ribbon knob, and so if you want to click on one side of the ribbon, you can set the level to whatever you want. And then click on the right side and you can set that level to whatever you want. And now as you move back and forth, it will change all of those knobs at the same time, letting you be able to change all the settings freely, a whole bunch of stuff at the same time without having to be here and trying to do some crazy finger dancing. And so that is really cool. Then you just got to activate here at the bottom. So that's, everything about it. And let's go back to, and let's bring up another sound. And I really like this drone. It's just already just like so pretty and just nasty. But then when we take and apply that to it, I mean, that's still just, it's just, this MangledVerb is just adding and enhancing that sound. Presets with just that sound. Okay, there was one, what was it? So here's Dora jar. That's what I like this app for. You can it just creates some, almost silly things, but that's that's a really cool ability to be able to just do that. And then when you add some MangledVerb to it, some pretty cool stuff. So another thing I like to do is, so like doing like this right here and that fun little stuff is fun, but what else could you do with, say, that sound, or if I took the drone, what else could I do with that drone? How could I turn that into something? And a quick and easy way to do that is I have it set to record in AUM, and I'm just going to hit the record button. Now it's recording, right? Record a couple bars, hit unrecord or stop recording, and then there you have it. And so what I can do here is close these out. Let's add another instance here, and let's bring up Spacecraft. I really love Spacecraft for especially taking these kind of sounds and importing them into it. And so we have Spacecraft here. What I'm going to do is import audio, load audio file, and how this is a third. I've done this a couple times just to test it out, but that is the file. And if I let it listen to my, what's going on here, man? So it is listening. We go to the settings here. Envelope on, MIDI pitch. I think I have it muted. Yep. So that was that. This right here is that sound that I was using with the AU Gen X. Now I've sampled it processed through MangledVerb, and now I have a nice playable instrument. Then you can further affect that if you want to. You could add another MangledVerb here. down. Definitely a good name for that, because it does remind me of Stranger Things. So you can kind of bring it in. You could. So much fun sound design can happen on an iPad, and I just absolutely love that aspect of it. What could it do to like a simple Moranbah? Ooh, listen to that. So let's turn it off. You know, I love BS16. It's got some really nice sound fonts. That just sounds so clean. But then when you add the upside down, so you can hear the decay on this one. It just kind of fades away, and then if I listen. So that pre-delay, it takes a minute to kick in. So if I turn that pre-delay down, it's instant. If I turn it up a little bit, you'll hear it kick in. But then if I turn the decay up, how it kind of fades away a lot quicker, or a lot slower. It just kind of rolls off like thunder rolling off, as opposed to just lightning, just in and out. And I want to say the Nylon Guitar sounded really phenomenal too. So let's hear the Nylon Guitar without. I mean, and you can, one thing I will say is you need to lock the, or not lock, but you need to watch out with the volume on this thing. It can get a little crazy. And then what can it do? Well, basically the other ones were pads, but let's just take a nice woodwind, or this orchestral pad here. Not really what I'm looking for. Warm pad, here we go. There we go, that's got a lot of dynamics to it. See, I like being able to control that EQ, or control the reverb tail with a little bit of EQ. You can kind of tame some of those highs. And it just gets dirty. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful and useful and you got at least got something out of it. You got a better understanding of the Eventide apps as a whole, and more importantly what MangledVerb can do to just a kind of a variety of sounds. It is definitely made for something more specific, but it does have a nice distortion built into it. And you can just get some crunchy sounds. You can just expand a simple sine wave or a simple, square wave into something, really crazy. You can, even use it just to sound design and then import it into spacecraft and make your own, kind of a string cello kind of sounding instrument, which is really cool. I definitely would recommend this app. As with all of their apps, they're all very well made, very well thought out. The help is always useful. If you're unfamiliar with what each thing can do, it'll just tell you exactly what everything will do. And they always come with quite a bit of presets that are useful, and you can always make your own and share them and everything else. So leave a comment below what you thought about this video, what you thought about the Eventide app, and if there was another, maybe Eventide is going to watch this, and maybe if there's another one of their H9 series effects that you want them to see ported, leave a comment letting me know, and maybe I can compile a list and say, hey, these are the ones that my viewers are wanting to see the most out of your H9 series, and maybe they can make it happen. As with always, thumbs up are appreciated. Hit the like and the bell icon so you'll be notified next time I upload a video. I'm trying to do these more on a regular basis again, trying to get back in the swing of things. And I have a PayPal and a Patreon account. If you're into that sort of thing, all links will be in the description. And I will talk to you guys later. Boop. And boop.